All right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, coming with an awesome message. This message is going to be about do you really know what is going on? Let me write that down. Are you aware what is taking place? Are you aware of what is taking place? Let me tell you something. I can really believe that the Father is about what he said. He said what he's about. When it was said he would not put more on you than you can bear. I like to say to you all, I appreciate the Father being about what he said he is about. And he's not going to put more on his servant than they can bear. Not too much as they can bear, because we really can't bear it. That's why we need him in us to uphold everything, because we can't bear it. We really can't. As a servant of the Most High Yah, I'm here to tell you, you really can. Sister Deborah can. I can do nothing without him. I mean, like, nothing. I don't even think I can walk straight without the Most High Yah. I'm nothing without him. And I think about him not putting more on me than I can bear. That is so true. He's about what he's saying. He say what he's about. That is so true. A lot of us think it's our everyday living and our everyday life, as we call it, lifestyle, and how we want to live. When he ain't gonna put no more on our flesh than we can bear. No, baby. No, baby. You gotta bend. He ain't gonna put no more on your spirit than you can bear, because he don't deal with your flesh. Okay? See, he prepares the spirit so the spirit contain the flesh. He ain't finna put more on your flesh or less on your flesh than your flesh can bear. He ain't talking about that. Get with the program. No, don't be somewhere else. So when I think of that, I think of what my son was saying to me today. He had a doctor appointment. I went with him, and from the time he got in the car to the time I dropped him off, he had so much good information, and I was like, that's really good. That's really good. I didn't know you knew all that. I really didn't, y'all. I really didn't. But that just shows you how y'all work. Because had not he told me, I'm going to be honest, I hadn't even heard all of this. Now, I hear stuff. Don't get me wrong. I hear things that's taking place. But I think about how Yah is not going to put more on me than I can bear. He knows what he has me to do and to say. He knows how he teaches me, how he reveals things to me, how he comes to me in the water. And, when he speaks to me throughout the day, he knows. But it was meant that my son share these things with me. Because when I told him, I said, as soon as I get home, I'm going to look up all that. He said, Mama, this world is ending, Mama. I said, yeah, I know. He said, but you ain't heard about all this stuff going on? Now, I heard them talk about it, but no, I never come on here and make videos about all this. But remember, I don't know if you all can remember me saying to you all that the Father says deeper than deep. You know what he's saying? I'm not going to give you more than you can bear. Because it's deeper than deep, Deborah. It's deeper than what you can even think of. And it is. It really is. It wasn't that I thought the Father was lying. Because I don't ever think. I ain't going to ever think. I know he don't. But when my son went to telling me, he went to breaking it down to me, I said, okay, I'm going to do a study, and then I'm going to do a video on that. Because I want to find out, is that stuff really, is it that bad? You all, people, get your house in order. There's two houses. There's two houses. Get your house in order. There's two houses. It's no way I'm going to get my outer house in order without getting my inner house in order. You going somewhere with this, ain't you, Deborah? Oh, yes, I'm going all the way. It's no way I'm going to get my outer house together without getting my inner house together. When you get your inner house together, then you can be able to deal even with your loved ones, your family and friend and co-workers, in telling them, get your house in order. First thing they're going to say, yeah, I got water, I got food. But no, tell them, no, I'm talking about your spiritual house, your inner man. You get that in order, y'all. Because once you tame this and get this in order, it'll get your flesh in order. And everybody else that you care for in order. But you have to get your house in order. And getting your house in order, the first thing is what he said from the beginning. Seek ye the kingdom, and all shall be added first. And where we are at, being so it's over, I believe that if people had not actually gotten their house in order, and they out here living a hypocrite life and portraying and playing in this pool of hypocrite, thinking that they gonna fake it and make it. And I'm gonna tell you, that house in order, if that's not in order, ain't nothing else. I don't care what you putting it to the side and trying to make your T's cross and your I's dot on the outside. If that house that's in the inner man ain't in order, that house on the outside ain't in order. You know how many people out here waiting for everything to kick in and not understand that their inner man, if that's not in order, the outer man is not in order. Okay? So I say give you 92% of people, when you say get your house in order, they'll think it's your outer man. And many people who call themselves spirit and truth and the light, they're first thinking, hey, let me get me some water and food and things. People are so in tune with preparing their flesh for the desire of the flesh, not knowing that there's something greater. You know what makes it greater? What makes your inner man greater than your outer man? The outer man is signed back to where it come from, the dust. And you would stand your tails around and thinking the outer man is greater, not understanding that the outer man is going, why do you think they put you in the ground? And not back up in your mother's womb. Or back in your father's sperm. Won't they bury your tail in your father's sperm? Back in your mother's womb. Why are they putting you in the ground? Because that's the eternal grave for your flesh. But your inner man has an eternal. The outer man, eternal, is strictly dead back to the dust. And your inner man is eternal. It's either eternal darkness for the lake of fire or the eternal light for the kingdom of heaven. That's why it's important to have that house in order. Not running around here trying to make sure everything is done, your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted with your flesh. So today my son was telling me when I did take him to his doctor appointment, and we just talked about a whole lot of things, and I was like kind of sad because he was explaining to me all the stuff that was going on. I didn't let him know that I was sad about all the stuff that he was saying. I was sad because I knew everything he said was true. And what made it even sadder for me is because I realized that the Father said that he wasn't going to give you more than you can bear. And being so he been working with me in the last 4 or 5 days, I'm so grateful. I can feel, I can feel him working with me like a comforter. Like I told you, he was having me to file and get all those papers together, put them in folders, and don't worry about having all these files. Don't get rid of them. He said, I got files on everybody in the kingdom, baby. Don't worry about that. You see? See, a lot of times you be thinking you might even be overdoing it or overthinking or doing too much. But if you just listen to the voice of the Most High Yah, that's all you need to do. Stay quiet enough to hear him. Quiet enough to feel him. Quiet enough to know that that's his voice speaking to you. When my son was telling me all this stuff, I said, you know what, Raymond? I'm going to go home and do my study and look up all that stuff all over the world. All this stuff you're telling me, and I'm going to see for myself. I said, and I believe you, but it's just that it's so much. And what I was really trying to say is I didn't know it was here already. I didn't, y'all. I'm waiting for it. And a lot of times y'all should know by my actions. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for him to do it. I'm waiting for him to do it. I had no idea I missed it. That's what made me sad. And I told him I was going to go home and look up. He said, yeah, you should, Mama, because it's over. It's in. I said, I know it has, but wait a minute. Those are all the things that let you know it's at the end. And if we bypass all of that, well, we kind of messed up. So I told him I'm going back and I'm gonna do the study, and I did. I did the study on it, y'all. I did the study on it, and it was real sad. Real sad. When I did the study on this, I realized I got here and I started just reading and everything, and I stood here and I said, but Father, I've been giving messages for quite a long time, and I didn't really fully cover this. He said, but Deborah, you a pin needle of the body. You're not the whole body. I'm not expecting you to cover one end to the other. I didn't give it to you too. You know? So when that time he was telling me, Deborah, it's deeper than deep. This is what he's saying. Even many of you all, you will stand right before your own self and say, you knew this. No, you didn't. You didn't know it. I just don't believe you knew it. And people know stuff, but they so into themselves. They ain't got time to preach it and teach it. They ain't got time to represent the Most High Yah. But I'm grateful that my father allowed my own blood son, the one that got the head injury. He's sharp as a whip. Sharp, smart. All of hey, y'all wouldn't even believe it. I got so many smart children. They way smarter than I am. Oh yeah. And it's not the type of smart. I'm gonna show you how to. I got dang 4 that I could actually. No man. 4. I can say 5 almost, but they so smart they can do anything. They can communicate, deal with people. They can do anything. My oldest daughter and my oldest son, let me tell you. My oldest son had a head injury. He's a TBI, long short-term memory. But when he go into looking and studying stuff, he go deep. And he was sharing it with me today, and I was like, felt sad because I said, wait a minute, if this is really all going on like he said, I knew this stuff was going on, but not at the level he was telling me. I had to get back here. When I got back home, y'all, I'm all up in it, doing my study on the internet. And I was like, you mean, Father, this is already finished? I'm like, just like my son was saying, finished. It's over, Mama. And you're sitting here waiting for things to happen. And it's already done happened. Let's get into it. When I looked around the world for disaster alert. These were disasters that then took place less than 2 weeks, within 2 weeks, and a lot of it took place yesterday and today as well. There was, and this is what's different. This is what's powerful. The disaster around the world, around the whole world, have taken place, and they got it an alert. They let alert, and they are active. And this, guess what? Alert, high alert. And I'm like, wait a minute, they got it in red, high alert. I'm like, listen, wait a minute, this is what Raymond was talking about. But I never knew see, you can be in your house, kind of like with me, I'm more so doing the will of the Father, but yet I'm just speaking to you all out there. You can be so caught up from the floor up in yourself, just like I always be teaching and preaching. I teach that all the time. And this is why so many people end up in the broad gate. It's because they don't care. It's just nothing in them that wants to warn people. This is happening. This is happening. They don't want to warn people nothing. They just want to stay in their comfort zone where it's them and theirs. And they just want to be relaxed where they at. They want to cross their T's and dot their I's to make sure their flesh has everything, got everything going on, and itself is pleased. They are not concerned about their spirit. So when my son told me this, my main thing, see, that's why I'll be on it, y'all. I don't play with this stuff. I made sure I got here, and I've been sitting here. I fixed me a slice of pizza, and I sat here and I said, no, I'm finna talk about this. And guess what? They got it listed as high alert in red, and it's called disaster alert high level around the world. And then it talked about 113 active as we speak today. High level. They got different levels. Let me explain y'all what it broke down. The high level took me to the earthquakes. We have earthquakes all the time. Very small trembles and a little here and a little there. But what it was explaining to me today, as of today, the disaster at high alert at high, active, 113. We got 26 high level of earthquakes. You see how the United States is? They're letting you play in Donald Trump, Iran, and all this here stuff going on, these little issues and things that they're actually doing, causing it so that everybody can start stepping into the realm of the prophecies. Because this thing about nation against nations and kingdom about kingdom, that stuff is at a higher alert. And there are people who thinking Donald Trump is really working to make the world, to make America great again. They have no idea. Donald Trump is doing exactly what he said. He's letting you know the great old America in Revelation 18. That's how great it's going to be. Greatly destroyed. See, y'all, you can't catch it, just like me. I'm sitting here shocked that this much stuff is going on. I'm like, say, Father, wait a minute. Father, this is Revelation already fulfilled. Then, wait a minute, it's over. Yeah. He said that there's a time last month. He said, you heard them telling you that the sea was red. No one paid attention to it. But it was prophesied. He was just showing me that, yeah, because people, it's going to be like the days of Noah. They so caught up in what they're doing and what's good for them and theirs and how they living and what they gonna have, that they just overlook everything regarding the warning of the tribulation and the perilous time. That's why men's heart is going to fail them, and is failing them. That's why they're killing up their families and killing up one another. It's because they just have given up, and we're looking at it as, oh, ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't bad. It ain't nothing. That's why nobody can go out and preach. No one can go on the highways and byways. That's why people won't do videos. People won't go out here and teach and preach. They want to play in it. They want to play with it. And I sit back and I watch that. And then they want to follow all these people that's deceiving them and giving them lies, and they getting content. And I'm like saying, this is all messed up. So this here, earthquakes, 26 in the world at high alert has taken place. You know what high alert mean? Danger, where lives have been lost. Today, y'all. All the way up to today. From 2 weeks to today. High alert. It's still high alert though. That means earthquakes is they informing the world. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They informing the world that earthquakes is at hand, y'all. Earthquake at the highest is at hand. And what we doing? We still lollygassing because we think that we rule this thing. Oh, it's gonna go the way we said. We gonna have all the fun. Oh, baby. If the prophetess has to grip this today, you better watch yourself tomorrow. 26 high alert. Earthquakes, major earthquakes in the world. 25 major wildfires in the world. See, we only get what the United States give us. A drop of what's going on. That's how crooked this country is. Because he wants you to be focused on Iran and Donald Trump. It wants you to be focused on how they poison in your tail, and you don't give a rat's if they poison you. You don't give a rat's if they putting stuff in your water. You don't care if they putting stuff in your food. You don't care if they putting stuff in your air that you breathe. You don't care about this, how this country is. They could care less about anything that's going on. So I wasn't expecting to bring this message to you for you to care. I just want to bring it to me. Put it on this platform. Because my sadness in it was, wait a minute, Father, this didn't happen. And here I am. Yeah, but you can't do it all, Deborah. You can't tell it all. You can't preach it all. You can't teach it all. You ain't the only one in the body of Hamashiach. You're a pen needle. And the good thing is about it, he always comforting me. Telling me that I'm doing right by him. That's all that mattered to me. That's all that mattered. Do you really believe that he would come and, now a lot of y'all, it ain't for you to believe, but I'm just saying, he would come to me and be communicating with me like I said he is? If I wasn't a listener, I wasn't hearing him, I'm not serving him, I'm not worshiping him, I'm not honoring him, I'm not walking with him, behind him. No. He wouldn't spend that type of quality time with me. So as I looked at here and it says 25 wildfires, 25 in this whole world. Now, when you see 25, a lot of y'all say, oh, that ain't bad. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Oh, y'all. This is at high alert. You can't get it past high alert. It's the worst of the worst wildfires that has hit the four corners. This is the worstest earthquakes that has taken place around the four corners. Volcanoes. That's the one I'm afraid of. Volcanoes. Volcanoes. We have, let me see, one, two in the United States. And there has been 4 volcano eruption. Altogether, it's been 6. But guess what? They are major. They are major eruption. That means high alert, y'all. We ain't talking about those little low, medium, high alert. So these are not something they saying, y'all, it's just this. It's just, no, it's serious. So there's 6. United States had one that took place 2 weeks ago and one that took place a day ago. Ain't that deep? You see how this country ain't gonna tell y'all all about these disasters that's in this country as well? And you know what? With me, I'm more so kind of saddened that if it hit the 4 corners, it's actually the 4 prophecies. See, because a lot of us is only looking for something to happen in the United States to say that, oh, that's the prophecy. Oh, yeah, that's what was told. That's what was said. You a fool. You a fool. These prophecies in Revelation and throughout where other men of Yah told us about things that was going to happen. Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, they was telling us stuff about these certain things that's going to happen in this day. And we're standing around thinking, oh, we waiting for the 3 days of darkness. We waiting for Donald Trump to do this. We waiting for Iran and the United States to war. We waiting for the things that you should not be paying no attention to. That's what people pay attention to. Identical to the days of Noah. All eyes is on the left. No eye is on the right. And that's when it comes. So it says volcanoes, 6. High alert. That means they already blew. And I always was cautious about the volcanoes because it's a lot of stuff the Father told us in Revelation about the volcanoes. And a lot of you all don't pay no attention, but it's all up in Revelation. Earthquakes, volcanoes, all over the place. They call it high level, active, eruption. 38. 38. What was that? 38. High alert. Active eruption. So I guess that is volcanoes. That many. 38. Well, what was this 6? And I know it wasn't 6 in America. I know it wasn't because you got Italy on one of them. The Avalan. No, Honduras. Oh, man. Yeah. The most recent has been in Honduras. So it is volcano. But all of them, all these activities is called high alert. Earthquakes, wildfires, volcanoes. And it's called disaster alert. It's at its highest. 113 has taken place within a 2-week span. And all of them is at the highest level. The reason why I say, and I brought this forth because my son was telling me, do I know that the world is ending? And I told him, Oh, I know that. But he was trying to explain to me, but for real, you don't see all the prophecies, Mama. You don't see all the things about the weather and the hurricanes, the volcano. He was breaking each one down. And I was like, Raymond, is it that many? He said, yeah, Mama, it's that bad. Mama, it's really bad. So that's why I said I couldn't wait to get home to do my study. And it's worse than even he said. That leads me to understand. People ain't even prepared for this. And what is this? Everything that was prophesied, that was come to pass, when it deals with the volcanoes, the earthquakes, the tsunamis, what else was that? The wildfires, the volcanoes. Let me tell y'all, these are prophecies that has told us when you see these things, no, he's at the door. You see? So when I'm listening to this, I'm like saying, well, okay, I haven't really taught all of that. Wait a minute, we there? We there already? Yes, but you've been saying it in so many words, Deborah. But Father, it's that deep. Yeah, I told you, it's deeper than deep. But I'm a grateful servant of the Most High, because he allowed my son to really kind of prepare me in a way that lets me know that it is at a place in living. We are right there where people, that's the reason why you wonder, and I would have wondered. I know my son, when he get on that thing and he start doing his, study and listening, or he be in it, y'all. I mean, like for real. And he be listening to it, and he be trying to break it down, seeing where it start, which way it's heading. When I went out of town, he already had told me, you going in the wrong direction if you going to New Orleans. And I wouldn't chance it going to Miami around about now either, Mama. He said, you going in the wrong direction. The weather said did. They take them out did. So I overlooked what he said. And lo and behold, when I got into New Orleans, exactly a tropical birthday. There it is. Son had told me. So what I'm saying is, even that, we overlook it all because we think tomorrow is promised to us to be here. We overlook it because we think, like I always say, your mess don't stink. And when I say that is, people really believe they are excluded and not included. I'm grateful to say that Father, keep me included. You see, I want to be included because that's the way he communicate with me. Not excluded. Because that way your mind deceive you. And the world deceive you as well. So I want to be found in Yah, included in his prophecies that he said that was going to happen, included in knowing that the prophecies are being fulfilled. Instead of being like majority of people could give a rat's behind. I just thank him because I believe that's a form of comforting. Showing you things to come. That's what they said that the Ruach will be. One to show you things to come. And will comfort you. See, these are things that many people don't give a rat's behind about. They don't care nothing about no comforter. They don't care about the comforter revealing things to them, showing them things to come, teaching them all things, comforting them. I be talking it and saying it because that's who he is to me. But in me, I mean, like really him in me, I already know. People don't care about no comforter. They don't care about him revealing things to them. They don't care about him teaching them all things. You see? Because they don't do nothing with what he gave them anyway. You see? So it's like a lot of things is just like Solomon says, a lot of it is vain and vexation because people really are not set in it to walk with Yah. And that's that spirit, he says. That spirit, he that is born of the spirit, we walk with Yah. You see, we behind him walking with him. You ain't gonna get too many people doing that because they think it's about walking this world out. Their flesh way of living, thinking, feeling, eating, and having what they want on the earth. They ain't thinking about walking with Yah. That's why no one don't want to teach about him. That's why no one want to preach about him. Nobody want to do anything. They want to play the role, but the truth be told, they're not being about the Father's business. And it's no need in even getting on here making people think that that's what they're doing, because I already know. He said, you ain't going to change no one with what you're saying. Nobody's going to get straight if they crooked already. It's just bringing light. And that's what I'm here for. My son put that on me, and I said, you know what? I'm going to bring that forth. Because soon as I didn't tell him that, I said when I'm going to bring it forth once I did my little study. And my study made me, allowed me to go online. And there it all was. It popped up and I was like, wait a minute. They got each one telling you. They got them all in each space. Showing you and breaking it down each day. It's just awesome to sit here and just see. Oh, they just had a 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago in Italy. Why ain't nobody saying nothing? You don't hear it on your TV. You don't hear it on that. That's why it's in. Yah is the awesome teacher to teach you, to show you that these are the things that's coming to pass. Now, why is it the billionaires and the trillionaires knows about all this stuff coming? But the people who think they got it going on the earth could give a rat's behind what's coming. So Sister Deborah, I appreciate the Father allowed me to bring this short message to you. And I'm going to title, Are You Aware of What Is Taking Place Today? And that's how I'm going to title it. And I hope you got something out of it, and do your own little search, and you'll see. It's deep. It'll blow your mind what's going on. And by the time you look into it, there's probably something that happened since me being on here. They happening every day, all over the place. And we sitting around here lollygassing. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. We thinking everything's about cotton candy and just living out our flesh. And I understand that. People have every right to live their flesh out. That's what they were born to do. So it ain't like something just wrong. It's just, if you're born as the flesh, go on, live out your life as the flesh. But if you're born of the Spirit, get on the program. Know that these are the things that you should want to know, so you'll know where you stand. And when y'all open up the door, you be standing already right there at the door. I'm ready. Bam, here I am. And don't be like the 10 virgins somewhere else running, think you're going to go get what you need. Don't be there. Be at the door. So Sister Deborah, said to you, I hope you got something out of it. I really did. When my son shared it with me, I couldn't wait to get home and do my own study. And I picked it up and I looked over it and I went over it. I said, this is exactly what he was talking about. I said, but Father, I had no idea all of this is going on in the world. Do you know what that means? Every prophecy is really inactive. Not just the disasters, but everything else. We just looking at it. We looking for it to come around the corner the way we in our flesh waiting for it. Y'all done came around the corner and gone. Like with me, I'm looking for the two witnesses. And I keep feeling they already here. But I'm looking for the two witnesses, and I feel that I will be one to identify them. But it might not be where y'all want me to identify them, because they're not here for me. They're here for the wicked. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if they're there for the wicked. I don't know if they're going to be witnessing or what. But it might not be that the two witnesses for me to see. You see? So a lot of times we trying to overstep our boundaries with Yah. Stay in your lane. Just wait for the Holy Spirit to give us what he needs us to know. And not go out of our lane. Now, what we need to do is find out what's going on so they can match up what our study guide. It can match up with that, and then you can say, well, okay, now I'm just waiting for the God to tell me, is this stuff all real? Is this real? Because if he's in you, he's greater than anything on the outside of you. But he can't be great in you if you're great about doing your own thing. If you're greater in your own flesh, making sure everything is good and dandy for you, your flesh and yours, ain't nothing wrong with taking care of home, y'all. Ain't no wrong with taking care of family and doing what you're supposed to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like Solomon told him, whatever you have, that's your portion. Enjoy it. But Solomon was saying that because he knew 99.9, take it and enjoy it, and everything about their living become their flesh. They don't never take it and look, say, okay, Father, you gave me this, you blessed me, I'm going to serve you all the days of my living, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. No, they don't. They go the opposite way, the way of their flesh. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all, and I'm out, and I'll be back. Shalom.